It's a little wet, but wet is good. It's time to take some lettuce home for tea. It's after work, so I've got the backpack on. Look at this beauty. Look at these weeds. Not so good. Whoa, but the lettuce is good. So I'm going to take that back. Some of that, maybe all of that. It's just me for tea tonight, so maybe a few lettuce leaves and we'll leave the rest there. That's good. And then, let's get some watercress. It's a bit muddy. It says, love the rain. Look at the flowers on there, that's nice. And some of that. Oops. I think I have a bit off every plant here. That one's not done so well, that looks a bit sick. But these are spreading out like nobody's business. Take some more of that. It's Sunday the 2nd of August, the wildflower bed. Slowly getting there. I'm not sure what that purple thing is, but it looks kind of cool. It's nice to be amongst friends, especially when you're bleary-eyed and your hair's a mess. I had a lovely night at a friend's wedding last night. So a bit of a smoky voice because there was a nice open fire going. It was in teepees and there were violins and sort of gypsy dancing. It was good fun. So a couple of hours on the plot this morning. That's a good way to wake up. I'm just walking underneath the hazelnut tree and there are hazelnuts everywhere. Partially eaten hazelnuts. It's the little baby squirrels I can hear up there. Like most kids, they're just going to chomp on a bit of the food and then throw the rest away. They've had quite a feast. All down there. What's on the books for today? Well, trampling on my plastic. Tomatoes all need a feed. And the beetroots all need a weed. If there's time, I'm going to move the soil from the green manure bed down to between the cornfields. I'm not going to overpromise and underdeliver today. I'm just going to do that, and that's enough. And then we'll go shopping. But yeah, as usual, let's get cracking. You know, it's sad to see trees go, and I love trees. But in the wrong place, they're no good. So I had an oak sapling growing here, which for now is just shading a bit of the cornfield, but in future it's going to ruin that fence. It's going to shade all this out, so I've taken that down. And up here, when I cleared the site, I left whatever trees I could find in place. So this field maple has been here since before February, but I left it in February. But it's not doing anything. It's not producing anything. It looks a bit scruffy. It's in the way of getting around here. The birds don't seem to like it either, so it's not doing anything great. So I'm going to take that one out today, and also give me a clear path to get the wheelbarrow up and down. Of course, for every tree I take down, just go and plant a couple more. Unfortunately, the nursery is doing quite well. The tree seems to like the shade and the damp conditions. It's just like a natural woodland back here. So I have, actually, a field maple, which I've been growing for a couple of years. So that's going to go somewhere useful. Just plonk him in the water. I discovered, through luck, that this one back here is an apple tree. It has one apple on. I don't know whether that's forbidden fruit, so I'm going to leave that tree here in the back. It's a bit overgrown back here still. But it does remind me, sheds. I came here on Friday just to pick some lettuce, and a nice chap called Austin, who has the neatest allotment over there came in to see me, and he asked me if I wanted to swap allotments with him because he was too old to look after his. He's 82 and he found it difficult walking into the allotment itself, and he's been here since 1986. That's a little bit sad. I mean, he'd had many years of fun and enjoyment out of it, but he and his wife are getting too old to look after it. So he offered me his plot. I politely declined because this is my project and I quite like it down here. But, oh, I notice I say but a lot in my videos, I don't know if you noticed, but he very kindly offered me his shed, which is great because that tumble down shed is going to tumble down at some point, and it's going to be a bit of a death trap. So I always plan to buy a new shed and stick it at the end. But thanks to Austin's generosity, I'm going to have the shed at the end of the garden, and in some ways Austin's always going to be in the garden now, or in the allotment. So that's great. I hope he's going to come and visit. So I'm going to get that in September when his lease runs out. So thanks Austin for that, I really appreciate it. And it'd be good to have a bit of you at the end here. Aren't people nice and friendly? And so the beasts of the land. I noticed a visitor. Hello. Oh, three-legged cat. A tripod or latrine, whatever you're going to do in the garden. Yeah. You're not going to help me dig, are you? You're just going to sit on the black plastic where it's warm. Right. Enough snuggles. I've got to go and do some gardening now. Well, that's about 5 or 6 barrow loads. It hardly scratches the surface almost because it's levelling off the slope. It was a bit harder than I thought because I had to dig out the wall. There's a wall that runs in front of it. I thought it was just a few loose rocks, but it's not. It's lots and lots of rocks. The green manure has improved the texture of the soil already. It's really light on top, and it's interesting to see how damp it is further down because it's a lot of shade here, but it gets the water coming down the hill. I think that's enough for today for that one. Field maple is gone, so there's more room to get through here. Church bells are still going, an hour and a half later. I've tied up the tomatoes. Oh, the chilies. I think I touched on them briefly last time. We've got more flowers coming out for the chilies. Whoops. All over my tomatoes. Slowly coming out. Hot stuff. Time to pack up for today anyway. I'm going to potter around here, I think every evening if I can, this week, because next week and the week after I'm off to France with the family. So I hope this is going to be alright when I come back. I'm sure it will, but I'm looking forward to see what sprouts up. So I'll join you maybe later in the week, or if not, maybe in 2 weeks. There might even be a holiday special again. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.